In terms of non-original colorways being released in 2025, these right here, along with the Rare Air Air Jordan 4s, are simply some of my favorite. These are beautiful. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these bad boys right here. This is the Air Jordan 3 in what is being dubbed the Rare Air, at least as of right now. There's nothing on sneakers. There's no official anything out as of this moment, but this is supposed to be part of the Rare Air collection, much like the Air Jordan 1 OG highs, both the men's and the women's. And the entire gist of the Rare Air concept or the Rare Air series is that they are inspired by the imperfect samples, the incorrect logo placements, and so on and so forth that we've seen over the years, not literally coming to retail until now actually, but it's done so intentionally. But over the years, people on sneaker blogs, sneaker forums, sneaker YouTube,
yep, that's me,
social media in general, we've seen lots of shit, some of which has come out, most of which has not, and all of it has been dubbed Rare Air. Now, in terms of the packaging for this particular release, it's fucking amazing. I don't know why they come in this box, but I love it. But we got the face box back, not in its entirety. It's not a direct replica or copy and paste or anything like that. They're just paying homage to that box with this box lid. So yeah, I think that the packaging is just fantastic. Inside, it's double wrapped. So there's two different types of paper, one of which is just plain paper, the other one is elephant print, nothing crazy. And when you open up the box lid, that's awesome. I just love this logo. Now, as for the shoes, first off, they do come with the tag that states that they're using real material on here, the suede specifically, so the stuff that can fade, get damaged, migrate color over time. I personally think that that's awesome just because I love quality stuff, and Jordan Brand, I think this year, I know that they've released some stuff that's not been great, but overall they've been kind of killing it. Everything that they've been releasing has been really good quality. Craftsmanship, like the way that things are manufactured, put together, built. Obviously there are flaws here and there when you're mass producing shit. It happens. But either way, this pair right here is just simply gorgeous. Like I love everything about them. They almost remind me of the Air Jordan 4 What the colorway, where they were just mixing some of the original stuff all together onto both shoes. Obviously these aren't exactly like that, but just the color scheme, you know what I mean? The whites, the blacks, the grays, the blues, the reds, I think that it all works. Now the outsoles are gorgeous. It's just a standard Air Jordan 3 outsole, but I just love the way that it looks. I think that it would have been cool if the pivot point and the logo that was on there were reversed on each colorway. And what I mean by reverse is just the coloring, just because that is what they're talking about with imperfect samples and things like that. Can I just say real quick that one of the most, I guess, infamous imperfect samples was in Air Jordan 6. It was in an infrared colorway, the black and infrared to be specific. It was in the year 2000. They were even listed. They used those samples to push, or at least they used to, as promo images. So they would send them to the catalogs like Eastbay. They would take pictures, put them in the catalogs, let you know what was coming. And people lost their shit because the midsole paint was incorrect compared to the original. The horror. That sample is now a relic, which are supposed to be actually releasing as a real retro now next year in 2026, which is interesting. But yeah, that's one of the ones that like instantly comes to mind where it's just like, hey, that's not right. And boy, did people let them know. They were fucking pissed. It was hilarious. But either way, the outsole is what it is. I think that it's gorgeous. In terms of technology and cushioning, these feature what every other Air Jordan 3 features, which is an encapsulated 4-foot air sole unit with a visible air sole unit in the heel. All of that stuff is wrapped up in polyurethane. I will say that the polyurethane here feels really nice. I will also say, as an update to the Air Jordan 4 White Cement 2025, that the more that I wear those, the more comfortable they get. That might be, besides the Nike SB Air Jordan 4, in terms of underfoot cushion, the best one that I've worn so far. These feel similar to that, although a little bit softer right in hands. Now, on top of all of that stuff is this Rare Air insole, which just so happens to be Dream Cell. This actually doesn't feel like a half bad one. I don't know if I just got like a messed up one, but like these feel kind of dense. Maybe it's because we've been getting fake Dream Cell, and those are fluffy. This one's not. This feels like it's almost a true polyurethane insole. Now the midsole treatment and paint, some people are gonna love this. I personally do. Some people are gonna hate this. Why? I don't know. I just don't know. I think that this looks great. It obviously looks like a true blue 3 mixed with a black cement or a white cement. It's so cool, man. Like, this is dope. And yes, they do have the vintage or pre-vintage treatment on there. Again, some people are gonna love that. Some people are gonna hate it. I will say that it looks different, like the color from the toe, like the rubber, and then the midsole, 2 different tones. Now the upper on these guys just feels awesome. I don't wanna call it premium, but when we're talking about Jordan Brand products, like this feels right up there with them. And in hand, they really do feel and look like they should have been, or maybe could have been, a collaboration shoe. So I don't know if that's what this was and they decided, nah, we're gonna keep these for ourselves. We're gonna make a whole Rare Air collection. I really don't know. All I know is that they killed it with these, man. These look and feel awesome. The shape, everything, like they're so f***ing pretty. Who came up with this? This is awesome, man. Give that fool a raise. You even got suede on the eye stay area, the tongue, all of it. The whole shoe just feels great. They look great, everything. I love this. The little blue collar up here is nubuck. I love that difference as well. Just a lot of little texture differences between everything. And again, looks fantastic. The main leather base, also fantastic. I really love shoes when they are like this. This is my thing. Now the heel tab is probably the most interesting feature of the shoe because I guess you would say manufactured to be rare. You know what I mean? Like it's not an accident where somebody just happened to have gotten a reverse swoosh Air Jordan 1 or a f***ed up pull tab on an Air Jordan 3. Instead, they did that on purpose. They reversed one. It's kind of weird, but I kind of dig it. It would have been also cool if they would have done that on the tongues, but the tongues are just standard Jumpman logo facing in the traditional way. The shoes do come with an additional set of laces. They're pretty interesting. Yes, they're pre-vintage, but they're also, what would you call it when they're like there's like white in there? Dingy? Like distress? They're not full sale. They're like a distressed lace. I also like that too. It's just something different, you know what I mean? Like in the world of pre-vintage stuff and the many items that are within it, they just made these feel just a little bit different and I dig that. Now in terms of sizing, I would go true to size. Whatever you typically wear with your Air Jordan 3s, that's exactly what I would recommend. I think these are awesome. They look great, they feel great, they smell great, the materials are great. Everything about these, like this is a good one, man. Like again, in the plethora of non-original colorways that have been releasing this year, these guys right here, man, they're one of the best, at least so far. And with that being said, I forgot to remind everybody that there's very little of these hoodies left. So if you are interested, go to senseapparel.com, links down below in the description. I'm serious, like some of the designs, like less than 10.
Shut up and take my money.
But with that being said, what is today's user submitted question of the day?
What superpower would you choose for each other? You would remain normal human, but now you have a spouse that is superhuman.
You get to pick my power? Mm-hmm. I don't like this. And then I get to pick yours?
Yes.
I also don't know if I like this.
But it's not like we get to combine our powers. Like,
what do you mean? Like Super Saiyan fusions and shit? Or like...
like we don't get to like both be super powerful. Either you have the superpower or I have the superpower.
Like I can't be Superman and you can't be like Superwoman?
Yeah.
Why?
Because one of us is Lois Lane.
She doesn't have powers?
Exactly. So...
Wait, what?
Are you not listening to the parameters?
I did. You said to pick your powers, you picked my powers.
Yes, but...
that means we're both powered.
It's like we're in two other alternate realities.
So we don't know each other.
What do you mean?
What
with
are
powers?
we talking about?
No, so like...
Why are you is this exactly the way that it's written, or are you making this more confusing than it should be?
What superpower would you choose for each other?
Uh-huh.
You would remain normal human. So there's a timeline where you have a superpower, but I am human.
Oh, I see.
And then in another,
okay,
I have a superpower.
So it's like I'm a mutant one day, and then in another lifetime, you're the mutant.
Yes.
Okay, but we're still together.
But we're still together.
Okay, that's weird, but that's fine. Why such a strong parameter?
I don't know, but I just like that.
Why
it's
can't
there.
we be super together? You know? So what would you pick for me? Because I need to think for yours.
Okay, I would give you the power to control the weather.
Why? I don't want that. This is why I didn't like the thing in the first place. Why the would I want that power?
Because it would be great. Because,
for what?
Like, oh hey, we're gonna go have like a beach day or a lake day or whatever. Or
this is for
or
you.
we have to go work. Like today, you wanted to go film outside, but the weather was being weird, and we have to like balance light and this, that, and the other.
Yeah, I got camera settings for that. I don't need to control the weather.
It's a pain in the butt. Like you wanted yesterday's weather, but we can't have yesterday's weather. We have today's weather. But if you could control the weather,
who? I would rather be bulletproof. You know what I mean? Like what the
What do I need that for? Why do I need you to be bulletproof?
No, I would like to be bulletproof.
That's nice. I don't live in a world where I need you on my day-to-day.
If I had powers, I wouldn't want to die randomly, so I would want to be bulletproof.
You could die a different way.
Like how?
I don't know, one that doesn't involve bullets.
Try me.
You could get pneumonia.
No,
you know what? You wouldn't get pneumonia if you could control the weather.
Why couldn't you just be like, you get Superman's powers?
I don't know if you could handle having Superman's powers.
Why is that?
Because it has a great responsibility.
I know, I think I can handle it. Now, giving me Magneto's powers? Probably not.
So anyways, I am bestowing upon you the ability to control the weather.
Fine, you get to be Squirrel Girl.
What is my powers?
I don't fucking know. She got a big ass tail and she talks to squirrels.
So you're into that?
No. That's weird. Fine, I changed my answer. I was gonna say you get to turn invisible, but I think you would with me. So I don't want that either. What could you do that would benefit me? You gave me the worst powers. No, I don't want to be Storm. She always passes out after everything.
Supposedly she's a
no, it's an Omega, and she is, but I don't want to be that. You could be Morph, okay?
You just want me to change how I look all the time?
Bro, that could be fucking awesome. Just saying.
Okay.
Hey, as a guy, just letting you know, fantasies fulfilled, and I wouldn't be cheating because it'd be with you. How do we present this to the people?
You get to say, like, what is...
Well, what if they're single?
In an alternate universe, the significant
other you want them...
if they had a superpower, what superpower would you want them to have?
Oh, so you still pick your significant other. Okay, go for it. If you currently, or in another world, you know, in the world of the multiverse, have a spouse or a partner, what would the superpowers that you choose for them be, and vice versa? So if you actually have a spouse,
ask them.
Yeah, ask them. I need to know what they stick you with, and hopefully it's nicer than controlling the weather for your spouse to have a nice fucking beach day.
With my luck, you would just like have a storm cloud follow me around.
Bro, like, come on, man. I could fly, I could do all kinds of stuff, and you stick me with that.
Maybe.
And I know that Storm flies.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's sketchy. Okay, that's not...
You could have the wind beneath your wings.
Yeah, that's not really like being able to fly. That's gliding. I don't want to glide. I don't want to fall with style. Like, that would scare the f out of me. Well, on top of all of that, sound off below and let us know what you think about the Air Jordan 3 Rare Air. I think that they are gorgeous. It's one beautiful sneaker, but maybe you think otherwise. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. We will catch y'all in the next one. So until then, you guys have a good one.